What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your man, Phil Williams, from The Phil Williams Show. It is Phil time. Yeah, courtesy of my girl, Amy Hollis. What's up? How you guys doing? Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Had a couple little missteps over here in the studio. But I'm here now, and I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. First of all, let's give a continued prayer for the people in Florida and all the people in Houston and all the other places hampered by the hurricane. What's going on, William Wong? How you doing, William? Paul Downs. What's going on, Paul? Jeff Krause. What's up, guys? Thank you for your patience. Thanks for chiming in. What's up, Linda Lamley? Linda, how you doing? Amy Hollis Christ. It's Phil time. That's right. How you doing? Hey, Gene Sylvester. How you doing, Gene? Andrew Guzaldo. That's my dude right there. A lot of you guys give Andrew a hard time, but Andrew is the man. You know where he stands. What's up, George? How you doing, man? Hey, good luck with the veterans program you're doing. We're going to talk about that in the upcoming future. Yes, it is Phil time. Yes, guys, but like I said, sorry for being a little bit late here, but I just had to get some little housekeeping and stuff done. What's up, Ishmael Hernandez? Thank you for joining in. And you know, guys, I can't do this all day, but I definitely appreciate you, love you. Thank you, guys. What's up, Billy Ashworth? What's going on? Thank you for joining the Phil Williams Show today. What's up, Lisa? Was that Rubito? I think I'm saying that right. How you doing, Lisa? God bless you guys. And that's Lila. Is that right? Lila Russo. How you doing, Lila? But like I said, I'm gonna have to stop all this kind of stuff right here. Gotta get going. Hey, first of all, United for Freedom. I haven't talked about United for Freedom. It's a group that I truly believe in. We're United for Freedom. Please join that Facebook group, United for Freedom. Trust me. And join in on the missions and everything. We're still up and kicking. We're still doing our thing. But God bless you guys. Welcome to the show. Let's get into what I want to talk about today. I've gone through a lot of posts, and I just allow the Spirit to have me latch in on something, or I let it guide me. And one of my good friends, she had a post today. And her name is Rhonda Chrisman. How you doing, Rhonda? And I asked Rhonda permission to talk about her post today because it was very, 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 very interesting. It caught my attention. And I wanted to respond to it. And I believe a lot of us are trying to deal with the state of our young people. But let me read you her post, and then I'll go from there. Rhonda said, why do the younger generation think they know everything, and older women and men have no value or wisdom to offer? Do churches fail to teach this? Does anyone's church have mentor ministries for men and women to teach younger generations to honor and respect and listen to the older? We hear the Apostle Paul's exhortation for older women to mentor younger women. They have an experience base from which to pull much wisdom on how they learn and cope with responsibilities of life. Even though she's saying this about women, the same thing applies to men too. So let's not be male chauvinistic over here and think she's just talking about women. She's a woman and she's doing her thing. But anyway, let me finish it out. She said, they can teach younger women that they glean from both their successes and failings. This is Rhonda's question, or her concern that she addressed. I'm about to do the Phil Williams thing and share with you what's happening with our young people. Now, if you tuned in today to disagree with me, you're in the right place. It's cool. But let me give you some math real quick. There are probably at best 100 million young people in the United States of America. There's 7 billion people on this whole planet. And since disrespect does not just reside with our young people, let's say there's over 320 million potential disrespectful people here in the United States. So if you're chiming in with me to disagree with something that I'm saying, you're missing a very valid point. I have an opinion. You have an opinion. My thing might work for some of the people. Yours might work for some of the people. But you have your opinion and this stuff still's not working. So why are you chiming in to disagree with me? We need to all be in the same boat. Your opinion might work with some, so please voice it. I have an opinion. It just might work for some. It might work for some of the ones that your opinion's not working for. So if you're coming here just to disagree, that's stupid. Get another point of view on something. I'm not saying that my way is going to totally solve this thing. This problem has been here since Jesus, or before Jesus, since Adam and Eve. Children being disrespectful and stuff like this to elders have been here a lot longer than us. It's not going to get solved with us, but it can be addressed. So Mr. or Mrs. disagreeing, that's stupid. It's counterproductive. Now, let me continue. Here's my thing. When it comes to young people being disrespectful, to me it boils down to a bunch of things, but I want to highlight this one. We live in a capitalistic society. Even us as Christians, our Bible tells us to render unto Caesar's what Caesar's. So that means that if Caesar has a capitalistic outlook on things, we're supposed to render that to him and give God's what his. So let's look at this from a capitalistic society standpoint and the church. First of all, the church has become a business that is too big to fail. It becomes a business. Yes, the church has become a business. It's not about its father's business. It's about the business of making sure the roof stays on, making sure the mortgage stays paid, making sure that these kind of things, make sure the pastor's driving a nice car, all these kind of materialistic things the church has become. So looking to the church to kind of solve this, it's kind of like the wrong place. But just like God, and just like America, we the people hold the solution. We the people. The Christ in you holds the solution. Being able to have the right spirit to recognize another spirit is part of the solution. But I'm going to address it from an economic standpoint. It's the difference between an investment and a donation. An investment and a donation. Our children are disrespectful, in my opinion, from this one regard. It's a whole bunch of things, but I just want to focus on this. If you're looking for programs to help children, you can't look at it from a donation perspective. Here's an example. We invest in negativity. We donate to positivity. Negative things get invested into. But when it comes to positive things, moral things of value, we donate. Example, Mr. and Mrs. Churchgoer. When you get stressed out and you need a break from the wiles of the world, and say, for instance, not all church people, but let's say, just for the sake of this conversation, these church people, you know they're there. You say, girl, man, I need a break. Man, this thing is stressful. Man, hey, this Friday, man, I'm going to the club, man, and just relax, sit down, take a drink. It ain't a sin to have a drink or two. I'm going to sit at the club, listen to some music. I just need to unwind. Are you going to the club to donate, or are you investing? No, you're investing in yourself. So you're going to invest in the outfit that you're going to wear to the club. You're going to invest by giving that club money for the drinks, for the music that they're playing, show that they appreciate, and most likely that music is nothing respectful. You're investing in it. So now that you're investing in negativity, that investment allows the club to expand. They can add a new room, they can add a better DJ, they can add more food, they can give you some more fancy glasses, because you invested in you getting a break from these disrespectful kids. But when it comes to a program to help the children not be disrespectful, you give a donation. And that donation is predicated on what? how much money you have left over after you pay the bills and do whatever you're going to do and go to the club. You help the club expand, and whatever you have left over, you might donate that to helping a child. How about Mr. and Mrs. Parent? It's school time to buy your kids school clothes. Now, this is the same disrespectful group of kids. They're listening to all this god-awful negativity that's dictating what kind of school clothes that they want to have. Now, you go out and you invest in their school clothes. Where did they get the idea of their school clothes? From the person that's coaching them into being disrespectful to you. So now you buy them their $100 jeans, their $100 shoes, and things of this nature that they got the style from somebody who's telling them to cuss you up down one wall and down the other. So that they don't get bullied and so that they don't look shabby or whatever. And you go spend $1,000 on school clothes. But when it comes to counteract that negative thing that's got them spending $1,000 on the school clothes because you feel like you're investing into their education, you cannot let them fail. You have to protect your investment. When it comes to something like a program to help the child not be disrespectful to you, you'll give a donation. And that's only after you handled all the other stuff, went to the club, and then bought school clothes. Investment mindset is why our children are being disrespectful. We're investing in our own children's demise. We are investing in all these things that are negative and only donating the things that's positive. And then the sadder part of all of that, like an investment, you're willing to take risks. You're willing to stay in it for the long haul. You make a business plan. If it starts to fail, you adjust. If you need to fire somebody, you fire somebody, but you hire somebody to fill the thing. You do not get rid of it. You try your best to protect the investment. Even if that means that you have to throw more money behind the investment, you'll do it. It's an investment. You'll take the risk. You're looking at the downside of it as part of the business. It's an investment. Stick with it. Some people even say, well, the Lord told me to do it. And so you'll stick with this negative thing because you have an investment mindset. But when it comes to a donation, you're looking for a reason to jump ship. Now, this donation is what's going to help your child. This donation is what's going to keep sowing into your child to be less disrespectful to you. But you'll shortchange that so that you can invest in the club. You'll shortchange that so you can invest in the new hip-hop fashion wear. You'll shortchange the donation and then be looking for an easy way to jump ship. If somebody misappropriates the donation, you know it was a good program, it's helping your child. Instead of firing the person or something like this, you'll say, they ain't getting my donation no more. Matter of fact, they just stress me out. I got to go to the club again. See, the positive things that our children need, they don't get investments. They get a donation mindset. And you're looking for a reason not to do it. Oh, I spent all my money. Maybe I'll donate next time. But in between that next time, you're already still investing in negativity. It's growing. Your child comes home, oh, Mama, I gotta go see Little Wayne. And you invest in that. Why? Because you're afraid this disrespectful child is about to turn back crazy on you and stab you in your sleep. So you let him go see the demon that coached him into disrespecting you in the first place. But when it comes to something to help your child, why don't you look at that as an investment? And give it the same attention that you give all this negative stuff. How much research are you doing into the fashion choices that your child? But if I ask you to donate to Phil Williams, oh man, you're going to look me up and down one side, down the other. You're going to go through me with a fine-tooth comb. But if your child comes and say, Mom, I got to have these True Religion jeans. Are you trying to see what demon created them? Are you doing any research to see what kind of thread manufacturer is in there? Because guess what? Your child is walking around with a spirit on him. Why don't you go through that with the same fine-tooth comb you would do me or somebody else is trying to help your child? You have to stop donating to things that's good and investing to things that's bad. You have to stop donating to things that's positive and start investing into things that's positive. Because just like any investment, when you give it its time, its focus, the right energy, you adjust where things are messed up. And it'll have a positive outcome. Positivity should be too big to fail. That's what should be too big to fail, not the church. The church is your child is the church. That other place is just the assembly place. That because you don't read your word and you use Webster's dictionary to define God's words, you think that building is the church. No, your child is the church. You are the church. That's just the assembly place. Don't invest in the assembly place. Invest in the church. And when something is not going right, just like an investment, you'll adjust. We have to make positivity too big to fail. Not the Red Cross that's taking what my Janice Barlow Reader article in National Compass. By the way, big ups, National Compass. How you guys doing? Love you guys. Read her article. 30 to 55% of your donation is being misappropriated for funding people to go to the club. Their donations is going to funding abortions. They're being run by people who stand for abortion, everything that's against what our Father stands for. But you allow them to use people flooded and things like this, and now it's become an empire that you might even think is too big to fail. Like there's nobody else out there that can do what they do. If their track record is starting to change, don't you think your track record needs to change? I'm not going to make this about me, but I'm going to use me because I'm the best me I know. I started a program, a positive program. I'm about positivity. I put my money, my talents, and my gifts where my mouth is. There's people that invest in me. They don't just donate. I started a program called Lil Jimmy Positive, Always Positive, Tablets and Teddy Bears. Already invested in. I understand all the hurricane things. I don't want to take away from anything that people are doing to help other people. Trust me, I'm not. But those disrespectful children you're talking about, I have a program that helps them. Helps the children that are underprivileged and all those kind of things. I ask you guys to make a donation. I didn't ask you to make an investment. I tried to meet you where you are. The Bible says meet people where they are. I tried to meet you where you are. I asked you to make a donation. Just make a $1 donation. Every $100 you donate to the club, donate $1 to $5 to little Jimmy. And allow him to go impact these very same young people that you think can grow up to be disrespectful. The ones that's struggling for their lives and want to be educated, let's start with them. Made it easy for you. How many people took advantage of that? Now, I'm not saying this for you to run to liljimmy.jimdo.com and start making donations, which would be cool. I'm not saying that for this reason. All I'm saying is I can speak for myself and tell you that I'm doing what it takes to address these young people that you're talking about. If you look at the whole total thing of what I'm doing, it's totally built to deal with these young people that you're talking about. As a youth pastor, that person in that assembly place, I'm doing exactly what you're talking about needs to be done. And I can't even get a donation, let alone an investment. Go through me with a fine-tooth comb, that's fine. But at the end of the day, invest. There are millions of people like me out there, but you won't be able to see them because you keep going with the people that you keep donating to, and they're failing. Stop donating to the church if it's not working. There are a lot of churches that need you to invest in the program they're doing. They don't need you to donate. something that's wishy-washy that you're going to quit at any given time. They need you to invest. You need to have an investment mindset when it comes to these children. Not the educational system that's misappropriating funds. See, let me show you something. The educational system, this liberal educational system, it's really a system of schooling. It's not education. If you read your Bible, you'll see what God says education is. That junk is schooling. They put Department of Education because they think you're stupid. But it's the Department of Schooling. They make money off of your children. They invest. They tell you, you have to invest in your children's future. Invest in your children's education. And as a conservative, you invest, they spend $60,000 a year for them to turn your child into a flaming stark socialist liberal. So much for the investment. That's schooling. And that's why you're being schooled. That's why these young people think they're smarter than you. Because you paid for them to get taught that foolishness. So the school system buys the principals $100,000 desks. And then at the beginning of the year, they're asking you to donate to papers and pencils. How about you not spend $100,000 on desks and buy school supplies? Invest in these children's learning. Parents shouldn't have to make donations for kids to get school supplies in something that's over $140-something billion a year business. You're investing in this adult. And they talked you into donating to the children. That stuff needs to be switched. But don't count on the politicians to put that thing in place to switch it. It's we the people again. We can change that. There is no rule that says they have to go to that school. But God gave a mandate that our babies should get educated. Trained in the way they should go, so when they're older, they won't part from it. Will you invest in Little Jimmy's Always Positive tablets and teddy bears? Or at a minimum, will you make a donation? $1. Share with your friends. But I would like for you to look at your $1 or your $5 or whatever the Lord puts in your heart. I would like for you to look at that as an investment. And follow this business of helping our children not be disrespectful like you would your 401k. If it goes down, know it's part of the course of having an outcome of respect. If it goes up, cash it in and get a hug from your child versus a slug from your child. This thing is not difficult. But you just got to get away from all the politics, all the anti-spiritual. Stop investing in negativity. Invest in positivity. And if you got something left over after that and you feel like you need a drink, let a club get your donation. We got to flip this thing around, people. I can speak for me. I'm always there to be held accountable. Go to liljimmy.jimdo.com. I mean, Lil Jimmy, Liljimmy, DJ, P-O-Z, Lil Jimmy, DJ Paz, .jimdo, Jimdo, M as in Mary, jimdo.com. Invest in Lil Jimmy's Always Positive tablets and teddy bears. Look through the site and see all the anti-negative things that Little Jimmy does. Look at all the content we created to help your church, help your children. And know that it's not just Phil Williams doing this. There's others. But if you're going to be too lazy and let the TV tell you that Red Cross and United Way is the only places, then man, we're getting exactly what we deserve. And I believe our children deserve better. And I'm putting my gifts, talents, and money where my mouth is. Will you invest in it? $5. For every pair of True Religion pants you buy, send $5 to Lil Jimmy so he can get a true religion inside of the person that's inside of that fake religion pants. That little Dookie stain talked him into buying and coming pressuring you with. And wanting to kill you in your sleep when you tell him no. And for all you people that might disagree with me, hey, I'm doing what I'm talking about. Your way is just as valid as mine. We shouldn't be finding a way to disagree how to help these children. I will help some, and your opinion will help some. But here's the thing. Are you doing your opinion? I'm doing mine. Will you help me? And when you start doing yours, trust me, Phil Williams will advocate for people helping yours too. But it's not good enough anymore for us to just complain. These kids need this, and their parents at home. We all know this. They've been saying this before we were born. But what are we doing about it? I can honestly tell you I'm doing something. And I'm telling you, I'm coming out of a church called Mustard Seed Faith Ministries. And they're supporting me doing something. I have wonderful people, business people, Quick Fit, Sag Bell. Matter of fact, let me stop naming names, because if I forget somebody, I'll mess it up. I got people investing into what I'm saying. But please, if you don't hear nothing else, this young generation needs you to invest in positive. And if you have something left over, you can make a donation to that foolishness. But right now we're in a twisted country. We are investing in negativity and donating to positive and looking for the first chance we can to get off of donating anything. You're dealing with flawed human beings. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. But if we invest in each other, that means we'll stick in it for the long haul. We'll make the adjustments and we'll keep moving forward to the mark that God said we will all miss. We're missing the mark in this country because we're letting liberalism redefine conservatism. We're letting the same people that's redefining conservatism remove Christ. We're voting for the lesser of two evils. And as Christians, we're voting for evils. That's ridiculous to me. We're investing in politicians. Yeah, you might say it was a donation. No, that's an investment. How do you know? Because you protect your investment. Let somebody say something about your politician. You'll protect them. That's not a donation. You're not protecting your donation. You're protecting your investment. And you're willing to run over, stomp, spit, kick, cuss out any other human being that says something bad about your investment. Stop tricking yourself. He's just a politician. She's just a politician. It's we the people. Invest in that. Lil Jimmy, DJPaz.Jimdo.com. Make an investment. But if you're a donation type, do that too. Hey, love you guys. Our babies have to stop getting donated to. We can't give them the leftovers and think they're not going to treat us like leftovers. Come on, people. Put the right spirit behind our children and watch what happens. Invest in them. Not in whatever little Dookie stain told you to buy, but what God told you to do. Train a child in the way that they should go. And that's to respect of our elders and respect for themselves. Hey, I love you guys. It's Phil Williams. Remember, Lil Jimmy, DJPaz.Jimdo.com. Invest. Love you.